Hi everyone, I'm Claire and I'm teaching my dear friend Emma today.
Hi everybody.
All right, so we're chatting magic today in addition to doing a 20-minute upper body and abs class with some dumbbells. We're gonna be using a lighter pair of dumbbells. Emma's gonna be using 5 pounds for that, but honestly, that's kind of light, so try to go a bit heavier than that. And then a heavier set. She's gonna be using a 10-pound set. So our legs are gonna be up into tabletop and your arms are gonna be pressed down onto the floor, and we're gonna start with our warm-up. So we're gonna extend our left leg nice and long. Good, and then you're gonna bring it back. And then we're gonna extend our right leg nice and long. And then we're gonna bring it back. So just warming up the deep core here. Okay, so we're chatting magic because it's about to be my birthday and I decided that I'm throwing a magic themed party, which legit feels like I'm turning 4 years old. But I hired a magician and I'm really leaning in. And I'm trying to gather stories from people, like any type of like crazy thing that you've seen, maybe some UFOs, some ghosts.
To like inform your magic show or what?
Yeah, just to give me a little bit more like inspo. Like one of my friends has seen some crazy stuff. One day she got home from school with her mom and like all of the shoes shook on the floor. Not because of an earthquake.
And it wasn't like an earthquake?
No. So do you have any crazy magic stories or have you seen any crazy shit? 8?
I don't have any crazy magic stories, but my grandmother is a little bit
6?
Into like, I don't even know what to call it. Like,
Magic.
she believes in like magical stuff, some magical stuff.
Has she seen stuff?
I don't know, but there are some funny things that she does, which I can explain.
Okay, for 2. Okay, make sure you're even. So give me one more Emma on the left. Okay, and then we're gonna grab onto our lighter weight, and I want the lighter weight to be in your left hand, and then your feet are gonna be on the floor, and you're gonna basically press the weight into your left thigh. So the straighter your arm is, the harder this is gonna be. So the higher up to the knee, also the harder it's gonna be. Your right hand is gonna go behind your head. We're gonna come up into a curl, and I really want you to press the weight into the thigh as you curl, and then we're gonna come all the way down. And we're gonna keep going. If it's too difficult, you can always bend your elbow a little bit or lower the arm a little bit down the thigh. So the more you press as you curl into the thigh, the more abs you're gonna feel, and you should also feel your arms.
And I'm not rotating to the left, right?
No, you're just curling straight.
Okay.
Okay. For 6, just 8 total, and then we're gonna start adding on. For 5,
I feel like the elbow has to bend just a teeny bit to
yeah,
make this
when you
possible.
come up.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. For 4?
Magic.
Okay, wait, tell me. For 3? Actually, no, you can't right now. I want to know what she does. For 2? Okay, you're going to give me one more. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing, but with the legs in tabletop. So we're going to curl up, but keep pressing the weight into the thigh. Yep, nothing else changes other than the legs in tabletop. So curl up. Yep, and then come all the way down. Okay.
Immediately way more difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, for 6.
I'm trying to keep my knees directly over my hips, which I'm finding quite challenging actually in this position. Like my knees are wanting to fall in towards my chest, but
For 4?
I'm preventing it from happening.
Yeah, for 3, try to keep your hips super stable. That's like what the hardest thing is in this whole exercise. For 3, and then we have one more variation after this. Okay, for 2. Okay, give me one more. Nice. All right, now you're gonna curl and hold your curl. Now you're gonna extend the right leg. You're gonna bring it back in, and then you're gonna uncurl. Okay, 8 of these, last variation on this side. For 7. Okay, you're gonna tell me what she does? You have 6 counts.
She has this like bolt, a silver bolt on a string, and she'll hold it over different foods. And if it swings towards her, that means that it's like a good food or good medicine or something like that she can take or
For
eat.
4.
And if it swings away from her, that means it's bad.
Newton's cradle, but a large version of it. This was popularised, I think, by Longcrane and Broxton in the late 60s, the swinging 60s, that's nice.
Has it served her well?
I don't know. I don't like to ask too many questions.
And you're like, I'm staying away. This feels like some witchcraft stuff.
Yeah.
All right, for 2.
Yeah, that's more witchy than magic.
I kind of equate them. I don't know if they're actually the same, but like same vibe. All right, give me 1 more. Yes, good. And then bring the leg in, and then we're gonna uncurl. Okay, we're immediately gonna do the other side. So bring the weight into your right hand, feet start on the floor. Yeah, left hand goes behind your head. We're gonna come up into a curl, press the weight into the thighs, you come up, and then we're gonna uncurl. Just 8 of these, you just did 1. For 7.
I wanna know what inspired your magic-themed birthday.
I really wanted to hire a magician. I'm very into
But
the
why?
idea. For 5, because I think we need to make dinner parties more fun as adults. And I think entertainment is the way to go. For 4, and I went to a dinner party recently for 3, where someone like hired a group of private performers to like do like a whole play. For 2, which was really fun, but that felt like a lot, you know, and also it's so expensive. Okay, give me 1 more. Okay, now we're gonna do the exact same thing with legs up into tabletop. Okay, and then we're really gonna press up as we curl. Yeah, and then we're gonna come all the way down. Okay, for 7. And a magician just felt like an easy crowd pleaser. Like there's no way a trick can be bad. Although I did request like not too many card tricks. For 6.
I feel like there are so many ways that a magic show can be bad.
For 5. What?
I think that is like
For 4?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
What do you mean? As long as you make something disappear, I'll be pleased. For 3?
I don't know. I feel like there's so much bad magic and so many bad magic shows. I mean, I wish the
For 2?
best for your party.
Thank you very much. You're gonna give me 1 more. It's also like the act is like someone coming into my home to do this. Sounds fun. Okay, next time you're up into your curl, you're gonna hold. We're gonna extend our left leg long. You're gonna bring it back in, and then we're gonna uncurl. Okay, just 8 like this. For 7, how are we feeling?
I'm getting pretty sweaty, honestly. I really feel my obliques in
6?
this, especially on my right side as I press the weight into my right thigh.
Yeah, so that your hips, because your hips are not lifting. For 5?
Yeah.
Okay, last variation in this long ab series. Okay, for 4, I was doing this with a 10-pound weight. BTW. She's being a bit of a wimp with her weights. I've told her this for like a year.
I just bought new weights, so next time we
Well,
record.
they're not here today. For 2?
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna give me 1 more. Beautiful. And then we're gonna come all the way down. Put the weight down for a second. Bring your knees into your chest and just like rock yourself side to side for a hot sec. Okay. All right, we're gonna grab that light weight once again. It's gonna go into your left arm, so we're going back into the left side. All right, you're gonna extend the left arm all the way up to the ceiling. The right arm is long on the floor and your feet are on the floor. So look at Emma if you're confused. All right, you're gonna bend the elbow a little bit so that you yeah, exactly. So that you're not too straight. We're gonna open the left arm out to the left. So the arm will bend a bit more as you open. The closer it goes to the ground, the harder it's going to be. So go as far as you can. And then you're gonna bring the arm up. So you should feel your chest and your inner arm and kind of like in your armpit. Yeah, good. All right. So this should feel relatively challenging. So if it's not heavy enough, pick a heavier weight. We're just doing 8 total. You just did 2.
This is kind of like hug a tree, but on the
For
ground.
6.
It was actually called the Chipko movement in India. There are a bunch of women. They're like, nope, you're not going to cut down this tree. That's why we say tree hugger now.
Like you're trying to keep your arms wide and slightly bent, like you're trying to hug around something on top of you.
For 5. And then guess what? We're adding our legs and tabletop. A lot of thematic things today. Okay, for 4. So I hired a young lass. The only lady
a
on
woman.
Gig Salad that pitched me. Yeah.
Wow.
She's 24. I got like 15 offers for 2, and there was only 1 woman. I was like, I gotta pick her. Her name is Heba.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure. I sincerely apologize. Okay, close the arm. Okay, bring your legs up into tabletop. We're going to do the exact same thing, but with legs up into tabletop. So open the arm out. Don't let the right hip come off the floor. So you'll probably have way less range of motion now.
Yeah. I can't open my arm as wide, otherwise I'm going to topple.
Yeah, and really press the right arm down to the floor. Okay, for 6. If you want something a little bit more challenging for the abs, you can always extend the legs as you open the arm and bring the legs back into tabletop as you close. But this is a beginner-friendly class, so for 4. Good. All right, for 3. Really strong. Okay, for 2, I think I really hit the nail on the head with abs and upper body, dare I say.
Yeah.
Okay, open the arm out to the side, hold it as much as you can and just hold. Breathe abs in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way in and down. Good job.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to stay on the left side, but I want you to grab your heavy weight and put it back into your left hand. Okay, so grab something around like 20 pounds. Emma's grabbing something lighter. We've already talked about why. Okay, and then you're going to make a little A-shaped position with the bell, so it should kind of be internally rotated, so like half an A, and then your right arm is going to be high up to the ceiling, but don't hold on to the bell. Yeah, okay. You're going to bend your elbow to a diagonal, down to the floor. Yeah, and then we're going to extend up, and then we're going to keep going. Okay, so 8 total for 7.
So now you should feel like front of your shoulders working as you press the dumbbell up to the ceiling, right?
Yeah, and some pecs for 6. Okay, so she was on like, apparently Ryan Reynolds has a magic show.
Okay.
And that's like her like video to promote herself.
Okay.
And he says that her grandma's apparently her grandma has accused her of being a witch.
Okay.
And he's like, Grandma, like, she's not a witch. She's just like a super talented magician for 4. She does this trick where she like snaps her fingers and there's fire.
How much of this is actually about magic though? And how much of it is about just
2?
like schmoozing the crowd and like being a good like people person?
Okay, give me one more. Great question, but you know the answer to this. Lift your butt up into a bridge and hold your bridge. We're going to do the exact same thing, but in a bridge position. So 8 total chest presses. Your butt's not moving. It's staying high up. It's more pleasing for me. Like, it's not about, I mean, I hope the guests enjoy it, but
No. I don't mean from your perspective. I mean like
For 6?
the magician. Like how much of it is their magic and how much of it is like about them being a good performer that matters as to be like a good magician.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think it's about the magic, like to your point. If you can't execute the trick right for 3.
But what if you're just like womp womp and can't like, I don't know, engage the room?
Yeah, but but people I think give me one more. And then come all the way down. Okay, we're immediately going to do that on the other side. So Emma's going to flip herself because she's not going to have space to open her arm. So this time the weight is going to go in your right hand. Your left arm is going to be long onto the floor. Your feet are down onto the floor. And we're going to start with those lateral opens. Okay, so right arm goes up to the ceiling. Bend your arm. You're going to open the arm out to the side. Don't let your left hip come up. And then you're going to close. Like, I think if you're a bad performer, I would imagine just like, you know, a very shy, dorky magician. Like as long as your tricks are good and you execute them well, it doesn't really matter. I'm hoping for some rabbits.
Yeah, could you put in any requests?
Yeah, but it was broader than that. I don't think she's going to bring an animal.
Maybe she'll do something with Dougie.
For 5? Oh, that's a great idea. I should let her know I have a dog. What if she makes him disappear for 4? Okay. Last 3.
You should warn your guests also.
Oh, they know that there's a magician?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they know. This is like, you know, the main incentive for coming to my party. For 2? Okay, you're going to give me one more. And then we're going to lift the legs up into tabletop, and we're going to do 8 arm opens with the legs in tabletop. Okay, I was also listening to the new Smartless episode with Kareem Rama. You know I love Smartless. And at the start of the episode, they're talking about UFOs and whatever. Apparently, he did see an alien. He claims he saw an alien, like when he was little.
Okay.
For 6. And then they go to talk about, I mean, this isn't really magic, but kind of. Last 5, how apparently, like, they release movies about certain things to kind of, like, plant the seed for a big announcement. So the CIA apparently...
Who's they?
Like the government, I guess.
Okay.
For 3, apparently the CIA is going to, like, finally announce that aliens are here. For 2. And Steven Spielberg is his new movie's coming out. Give me one more. And you're going to hold the arm open and just hold. Okay, for 10. Abs in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Ooh. Good job. Okay, chest press now on the other side. So grab your heavy weight. Okay, reach your right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Make a half A shape. Feet start on the floor. Left arm goes high up to the ceiling. Yeah, okay, we're going to bend your elbow. Good. And then you're going to extend up. So the movie's called Disclosure, and it's coming out mid-June. And apparently there's this theory that this is the way for the CIA and the government to kind of, like, start introducing the concept into pop culture that aliens are officially here. And apparently this is a thing that they do. Like, they like to have movies out there just before, like, a big announcement.
Are there any other examples?
Yeah, they were talking about certain wars. I can't remember which ones. But what do you think about this? For 5? Kind of makes sense. But I'm like, Steven Spielberg is in on this?
This feels very much like a conspiracy theory.
For 4?
And I don't know how I feel about those.
Okay, the movie's coming out mid-June, so we'll have to check in, like, the fall.
Yeah.
Okay, for 3. Okay, for 2. Okay, give me one more all the way up. Okay, and then meet me up into a bridge position. Hold your bridge. So now a bit more glute engagement. It's also going to make the press harder. Bend your elbow and then reach all the way up. Good. All right, just 8 like this.
This definitely makes the press harder. I feel like because the elbow can go behind the chest a little bit, you get a bit more range of motion, which is nice.
Yeah. For 5. This class, when I wrote it for 4, felt nearly like too simple.
No, it's great.
For 3, I'm really erring on the side of simple these days, but I get self-conscious. For 2.
About simplicity?
Yeah. Give me one more.
You know I love simple.
And then we're going to come all the way down. I feel like it doesn't show my creativity, but that's not the case. I know that's not the case. All right. Weight goes aside, the heavy weight. You're going to grab onto your lighter weight and start in a high kneel position and squeeze the weight in between your thighs. We're going to do 2 rounds of plank series. So the weight is going to go in between your thighs. Yeah, it's pretty high up. Eventually, when you come into a plank, it'll kind of slide down to your knees. Don't worry about that. We're going to extend both of our legs behind us, come into a full plank position. Okay, we're going to send all of our weight forward into our toes, into a little rock back, and then send it all the way back. Well, rock forward and back. Yeah. Okay. So try to keep the butt at the same level as the shoulders the entire time. So look at Emma if you're not sure what that means. Can you show what I just said? Like, what's bad? See how...
Bad this way and bad this way.
Yeah. The second one is usually what people do more of. Like, they drop the butt too low. Okay. For 3. Beautiful. Okay, for 2. Give me one more forward and then meet me center so shoulders are above wrists and just hold. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. All the way down. Take a hot sec. Okay, we're just going to do one more round for our obliques. So when you're ready, meet me in a full plank position. We're going to dip our left hip down to the left. Yep, bring it center. and then dip your right hip down to the right, and then bring it center. And we're going to keep going. So try not to move your upper bodies. See, so look at how Emma's, only her low body is moving.
I'm twisting everything below my belly button. I'm trying to stay stable above my belly button, which is very challenging with this weight.
Yep. For 5, make it smaller than you think. For 4, good. All right. For 2, give me one more. Make sure you're even. Meet me center. Hold your plank center and just hold. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Come all the way down.
Ooh.
Nice job. Okay, you're all done. Let's give ourselves a little stretch for the upper body. So you're going to sit your butt onto your heels. So come up into like kind of like a high kneel position. Okay, but sit yourself. All right, you're going to grab onto your right arm and you're going to cross it over your body. Yeah, and then pull the arm towards your chest. And at the same time, press your chest into your arm. So you're kind of creating an opposition.
Okay, can you take some videos of this performance and share them with everyone?
I will. Go to the other side. It won't be in this video though because the party's in a week. But don't you think it's just fun to hire an entertainer?
Yeah.
I don't think you're convinced.
No, I am. Just mix things up a little bit.
How long do you think is an appropriate time for a magic show? You're all done.
Maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I hired her for 30 minutes. It was 30 or an hour?
Yeah, I think an hour is too much.
Okay, yeah. No one needs to be doing that for an hour. Okay, toodaloo. Good job.
Bye.